Oh, septum theory? Oh, you don't like my septum piercing? Bye!
Bye, Felicia.
They say the nose knows, but if you have a septum nose ring, well, now everybody knows.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. This is something I found to be extremely enlightening, funny, and all those things. The septum ring theory, aka septum nose ring theory. This is one of those things that I think I've mentioned before, but it's because there is certain group of people that once you see that septum ring or nose ring, you know exactly what they think and which kind of alignments they have. So let us respond to this video from Red Dawn Daily. It's a channel that I found to be interesting on YouTube. And let's see what she's talking about and the people that are talking about this so-called nose ring theory, although I prefer the septum ring theory. All right.
Nose ring theory.
Always has to be some dude in my comments going, septum ring theory.
What's your septum piercing theory?
You know, that's not very nice.
Can anyone tell me what the septum ring theory is? Oh, septum theory? Oh, you don't like my septum piercing? Bye!
Bye, Felicia.
They say the nose knows, but if you have a septum nose ring, well, now everybody knows.
Oh, I see what you did there. Nice one.
About your head health and your opinion on things. It's called septum ring theory or nose ring theory, and Gen Z is melting down about it all over TikTok.
What I found when I started to see it a lot, I started to see it on the noses of mostly feminists. Yes, when it really started, it was really mostly feminists. I think it's really mostly feminists even now, but there are a lot of other groups that have joined in. For example, we have a lot of the general woke brigade, the LGBTQ movement, Black Power movement, the women empowerment movement. All these movements kind of have taken up these monikers to put on themselves, to identify themselves to their tribes. And of course, now they identify themselves to the rest of us, because they're a very fringe, very noisy minority that thinks that they should be telling everyone how to think and how to behave. For some weird reason, they picked the septum ring as some fashion accessory. I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, I love the septum theory.
Yes, they do realize that it gives them attention, so now they are basically embracing it. Now look at this person, and they all seem to have this kind of crazy eye look to them. Yes. Now it normally comes together with bright colored hair, normally in some kind of green or purple or pink. Or so you'll find they have that, and then of course you'll find the outrageously pervasive tattoos. They have tattoos everywhere. And then on top of all that, what they think men can be women. They think promiscuity is all right. They think abortion is all right. Basically, you know what I'm saying.
Always the eyes.
Why would anyone dress up like this if it's not only for attention? A lot of these people, by the way, they're very mediocre. They don't have any real skills and talents. So this kind of showmanship is what they use to replace their lack of creativity, personality, or just anything else that would make them normal human beings. They think actually that they're extraordinary. They're the greatest people on earth, delusions.
Septum theory is a theory in which everybody who has a septum
I told you, they all came in. Now here you have your transgender gay man.
piercing is unstable, weird, or has had trauma in their past. Everybody I've ever met who does have a septum piercing, including myself, falls into this category.
They just can't help themselves. They actually hold mental illnesses and trauma they've suffered as some kind of mark. They like to really use their traumas and mental illnesses, often made up mental illnesses. Make no mistake. But they like to layer oppressions. I am sick this, I am this, that. So that for some weird reason, it's like a good thing now, where you layering your victimhood points is somehow admirable. And it's because, as I was mentioning before, a lot of these people are simply just mediocre human beings who don't want to do the extra work to become extraordinary human beings. They just want to paint their nails, have a septum ring on, have a bunch of tattoos, and spew nonsense on the internet. That's what they did. They don't want to build anything.
Well, at least he's honest.
If you don't know how to act in my comments, I'm going to send you to the kids' table because obviously adult conversations are too much for you.
This is somebody talking about adult conversations. Look at that face. This is somebody who you can have an adult conversation. You know, these days, the up and is down, right is wrong, left is right kind of scenario, which this unfortunately Western leftist progressives have come up with. They actually think they're the mature ones with this kind of behavior. Shouting on the internet, recording yourself as an adult, behaving like this for internet clout, and you think that you are the adult in the room. Okay, Miss Delusions.
You can't handle the truth, boo-boo!
Septum piercing theory, septum. Bro, I didn't get the septum because I'm ill. After I got this piercing, I became ill.
Oh,
Emotional damage.
Stop it. Get some help.
The internet is a wild place. Apparently,
Let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. You look at this person. Do you think this is a well-adjusted, normal person that you can build things with, you can have a normal discussion with? Because a lot of Westerners think actually, I've seen quite a number of Africans also jump onto this. I've seen them think that having such loud, colorful expressions make them somehow cool. I've never understood that because they think they are cool. They think they're the cool kids. But then when they come out in the real life, they realize they're not the cool kids. They're the mediocre people. They're the childish, immature people that we are all making fun of because they're ridiculous.
septum ring theory is you have made your trauma your entire personality trait just because you have your septum pierced.
That's exactly it. It's part of it. They wear their so-called traumas. Most of them are not traumas. They tell you like somebody misgendering them was a trauma, or they call these things microaggressions are traumatic. No, it's a lot of this is just made up to claim victimhood points. That's all it is.
Now, I got mine pierced 18 years ago when I was 18 years old because I thought it was cool. End of story. I stretched it because I, again, thought that looked cool. Did I do it because of my... No. I don't even talk about my because it's no one's business.
I don't think you have to talk about your when you wear it on your face.
Every kind of like weirdo likes to comment this on my videos. And I'm going to tell you what they really want to say. I am weirdly attracted to you, but you're talking. I don't like.
Oh my goodness. No, people are not attracted to you. They find you to be meme material. You see the self-absorbed arrogance and narcissism of these people. It's so obvious to everyone except themselves. Or maybe they know it, but they need to do it for their attention. Whether it's negative or they don't care. Whether it's negative attention or positive attention. Any attention at all. Why? because they are mediocre people who couldn't do something that people would actually admire. And they realize it's difficult.
It when women talk, because it hurts my brain. It makes me mad. You're an object, and I don't like the way that you're making choices as an object. I should make all the choices for you.
No, nobody wants to be around you or make these choices for you, especially when people talk with that drawl. Why do they talk like that? Why do they think it's cool to talk like a Kardashian? The richest, most successful horse, no doubt, but why do they think it's cool to talk like that? Just sounding like some snarky person with no personality.
Are you guys secretly lusting after her?
Absolutely not, madam. We are not.
Must be it. It couldn't possibly be anything else.
I don't understand what point you're trying to make.
Look, there's another one. See,
Do you realize how they all look the same? Like it is so cliche. It is quite laughable.
weed themselves out. It's so easy. But also, Thomas, this was so clever and original. I'm so proud of you. Your parents must be so proud of you. Your entire bloodline must be in awe of your original comment here.
Well, at least he has a bloodline and would have one, unlike you, who destroys all your bloodlines.
We're very proud.
Whenever I get comments from men being like, septum theory, of course the girl with the septum is saying this, I just think about how small this jewelry is and how much bigger I could go. I'm at a 6 gauge. I just dropped the ball, but yeah, this is how big I could go. But I choose to stay discreet.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
This message is for the bros and strictly for the bros. If she has a septum ring,
stay away, run away. Make sure you use your pesticides.
one of these piercings, she does not like you. She hates you. Leave her alone. Septum ring women do not argue. They have dissertations. Get ready to hear words like nuance, patriarchy, and sociology.
And they think they sound so smart too. So cute.
Don't engage. Do not engage with these women unless you're emotionally unavailable or an aspiring rapper with a criminal record. If she got the studs, you might be okay. If she got the hoop, she been through some. If she got the horseshoe, you're not gonna survive this conversation. A septum ring is a bat signal for my trust issues. Have a skincare routine.
Actually, it just shows that they've been brainwashed totally, that they are unable to form original ideas. Normally, after a while, they realize the ideas are really horrible and are not able to convince people to follow them. So what they become is they become arrogant. And because they've had a lot of stepped power to push their ideas, they actually thought they were right for a long time, or at least they thought they had the power to force you to agree with them, which is turned on its head gladly.
Run away.
I think that guy's opinion was a lot more harsh or extreme than my opinion.
But he is right, madam. That's what we all think.
I will definitely agree that a septum ring or a nose ring should, at the very least, raise a few alarms. I don't think that it means that the person is a completely horrible person.
It just means that just like a very fat person, I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. I wouldn't date them. That's what it means, madam.
100% of the time. But I'd love to know what you think. Do you think that this guy is right and I am just too soft on the issue? Or did he take things too far? Let me know about it in the comments section below.
This theory is so stupid because obviously most women with a septum ring have leaning beliefs. What's even your point? Are you trying to insult them? A lot of women with septum rings are talking about their leaning beliefs, and they use this as such a gotcha moment where they hashtag owned the blue hair septum ring woman. And they act like it's such a big deal, and it's just not. I promise you, I don't.
So why are you all losing your minds over it? And are you a man, a woman? What are you? What it is this? Because this looks more like a gay man. This is effeminate Western males, which most of them are gay. By the way, they are all on one side, the same side of the septum ring wearers. So it's always they have this kind of collaboration between degenerate groups, if you like.
Don't get it.
Oh, he doesn't get it.
Beta! 100%. Yes.
I know I don't look like most Nebraskans, but there's no reason to stare. No reason.
You see, she's dressed like that and then saying there's no need to stare. It's just like these women who wear extremely short skirts where you can see half their bums hanging out. And when you look at the half the bum hanging out, why are you staring? It's one of those stupid ideas, or at least sentiments they put out here, that they want to do the most degenerate things out there for attention. But if you notice, you're the bad person, although they want you to notice. You see how that they want you to notice, but if you notice, you're a bad person. Do not take this rubbish. Just call out these foolish people for who they are.
Absolutely none. I get it. I got piercings. I got big eyeliner. I got all this, but that doesn't mean that I'm not as human as you.
No, you're actually not as human as us. You are actually one of the most horrible human beings that have been allowed to live on this earth. Self-absorbed, really stupid, ideologically possessed, and pretentious. You are doing all this for attention, but somehow you want all of us to pretend you're not. How about you grow up?
Little Nebraskans.
I look like this for attention, but stop looking at me.
Because apparently, and it's not coming from anyone but haters, but apparently there is a septum ring theory.
You're not important enough to have haters. Your life is not that interesting to have haters. Your content. Pipe it down, young lady.
I'm so mad about all this judgment, y'all. I can't even hardly talk. If you have a septum ring, you're automatically labeled a... Can anybody tell me what the septum ring theory is? Because if one more white man comments on one of my posts and says, oh, it's the septum ring theory, you cannot be serious right now. You better, y'all, but these are people that swear they're Christians, y'all. Swear they're Christians.
So being Christian doesn't mean accepting all your rubbish, young lady. I am not a Christian myself, but I do understand the ideology. And a lot of these people like to use the ideology against the right-wingers and conservatives, who are, many of them are religious, to try and stop them from criticizing this degeneracy they're involved in. I hate the fake manipulation because it's so ground level. I don't know who falls for this. But I guess they say it normally because they know powers that be will overreact and try to correct things. But I think we are moving away from that because they did that for the last 10 years. And they've made more enemies than they've ever made. All their mouthpieces, the mainstream media, have lost all the credibility. They're shutting down. People are being fired. So it is what it is. A bad idea. It will run its course and it will be discarded. Just like this.
Church every Sunday. Swear they don't judge nobody. Swear that they're holier than thou. They're going to pray for you. All this, that, and the third. But they troll online for people that don't look like them. So
what, you're white?
What's the septum ring theory? Please explain that to me, and don't go to ChatGPT for the answer either. I'm serious.
All right, I'm going to leave that video. Please go watch the rest of the video on the Red Dawn Daily channel. I'm going to leave the link of the video down below on the channel. Yes, these are basically one of those people who've used this fashion statement or accessory jewelry to virtue signal or show us who they are ideologically. It's normally Western progressives. Even with women, it's always either dykes or lesbians or generally progressive feminists. They are often extremely mentally deranged and very, very, very arrogant. So, gentlemen, this is one of the reasons why I will never get married. I'm not saying these people don't really show themselves, because Gladly they do. They mark themselves so you know exactly who they are. All those bright colored hairs and all those septum rings and the tattoos and the weird earrings and over the top kind of attention seeking antics. When you see these people, please stay clear, gentlemen. Stay clear. Even ladies, if you see a man who has such tendencies, stay clear because they are trouble. Otherwise, I don't know what you think. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment to tell me what you think. And until next time, peace.